You're asking what herb would be good for your energy because you can barely make it through your shift. So here's the thing. This is how I, as an herbalist and health consultant, would approach this. Number one, I don't want to just throw a random herb at you. I mean, I can, but it's not going to do you much good if you don't understand what the herb is or does or how to work with it. So the questions that I would ask you if we were doing a one-on-one consultation about this particular part of your problem, which, by the way, you can go get an actual consultation if you want some help with this. What is your diet like? How are you sleeping at night? How restful is your sleep? Are you awake part of the night? Are you able to get sleep through the entire night? How high are your stress levels, or how low are your stress levels in general? Do you get to relax ever? The diet thing is really important, actually, because you could have a vitamin or a mineral deficiency, which is causing a hormone imbalance, which is causing you to not sleep at night, which is causing you to not have enough energy to get through the day. Now, a lot of herbalists will tell you, oh, just go get an adaptogen, go take ashwagandha, go start taking rhodiola. And while you can do that, I want you to understand, hopefully you're still watching, from a health perspective, that simply taking an adaptogenic herb to address a energy deficiency, basically, is not necessarily the best answer, because what that is doing effectively in your body is giving you the sense that you have more energy without addressing the underlying cause of your low energy. The other thing that a lot of people don't tell you, especially when they're trying to sell you adaptogenic herbs, is that most adaptogens are meant to be taken for the short term. That means like 6 to 8 weeks. And I can tell you, I've met people that have been on, rhodiola or Eleuthero for like 10 years. And that's insane to me. That is not healthy. You want to know why? So certain adaptogenic herbs like Eleuthero, take basically your adrenal glands. They're adaptogenic because you have basically adrenal fatigue, or you're addressing adrenal fatigue, potentially. Again, I have no idea if this is your actual problem because I don't know you and I'm not doing a consultation. This is just some general advice. But if you are addressing the adrenal fatigue, what happens is your adrenals are these little tiny glands that sit on top of your kidneys, and when you take the adaptogenic herb for that long, they're basically imagine your adrenal glands are little sponges, right? And you're tired, you're exhausted all the time, you can't get any energy, right? So those little sponges are already pretty darn dry, they're not able to pump anything out. You take this adaptogenic herb and it squeezes the last half of a drop out of those little sponges, which makes you feel like you've got a lot of energy for a while. This is great until it stops working. And then you get to a point where you just friggin' crash, okay? Which is why when we work in a consultation together, I try to figure out what are the underlying problems, the root cause of your problem, so that we can address that and help resolve that, rather than me just giving you an herb that's gonna help keep you going for another couple of months until you crash out and burn. The only adaptogenic herbs that I can think of off the top of my head that are pretty safe for taking on a long-term basis are reishi mushroom and tulsi, which is holy basil. You still wouldn't want to take them for more than a year straight without taking like a break or something. And they address totally different things in your body. So you can do a couple of things with this video, okay? You can look into my advice, do a whole crap load of your own research, try to experiment with your body and figure it out on your own. Or you can just say, holy crap, Amelia knows what she's talking about, maybe I should get a consultation, which I would love that, but it's entirely up to you. So hopefully this was helpful and answered some of your questions, and hopefully somebody other than you actually watches it and gets something out of it too. So thank you.